Okay, I've just gotten back from getting the ingredients that I need for the potting soil out of the woods from my large convenience store. And like I said, once you've got that part done, you've collected it all, you need to have a place where you can spread it out and let it start to air out and dry out. Now it's going to take a few days for this to happen, so you don't be in a rush, you know. Be sure you've got a place where you can spread it out and leave it. It's not going to bother anybody, and it's going to be able to dry out, you know, start drying out. Now, down here in this basement, it's nice and hot, it's dry, and there isn't any traffic down here except for people coming to do their laundry. So it works out as a good place for me to actually do this. You know, around the Castle of Eden here, we've got several families that live here. It's not just me. So I have to take into account their needs as well as my own before I can do anything like this. But for sure, it's if you're gonna do your own kind of stuff like this, you definitely have to have a place to do it. Okay, we're talking you need space, and you know, you need to be able to have control of that space. Nobody's going to give you any problems or anything. Now I have my little sifting tool here, so every day come down and give it a toss like this, you know, to sift it around, stir it up, maybe leave it here like this for about a week, you know, to let it dry out pretty good. And then I start the process of pasteurization, and that takes some baking and stuff like that in the oven. So, but right now this is pretty much what I want you to see. That's the stuff that was growing, that was all underneath that, this stuff, the living stuff here. This was the living stuff on top, and I want to make sure that there's no garbage in here, you know. Now, spread the living stuff out here. See, we've got the old stuff here that was underneath the living stuff, and we got the living stuff right here. I'm going to spread it out so it can start drying out too. Now I want to keep them separate for a while, and there's a reason for that. That comes later in the process of pasteurization. They have to be done differently. They have to be done separate. The living stuff from the dead stuff. Compost. See, this is good natural stuff here. 100% organic, given to me by Mother Nature. The best chemist, doctor slash pharmacist, or whatever you want to say, in the world. So I think you can't really complain about that too much. Now the one thing that I do want to get that is not here right now is I want to go out and get one container like this packed full of fallen dead leaves from this year. Just a whole bunch of them packed right in there, and I'll bring them down here, pick out a space to start letting them dry out and cure too. Okay, so I'll give you a close-up look here what we got. All right, right here we got living peat moss, we got compost peat moss. Okay, talking years and years and years and years and years of compost peat moss right there. and then this year's and maybe last year's living peat moss. So we're going to let those dry out and cure really well. And once that's all done, we got more work to do to turn it into good potting soil. But as you can see, when I'm finished, there's going to be quite a bit of potting soil there. And it ain't costing me anything but a little bit of elbow grease, sweat, you know. So it's all free, you know, and that you can't beat that. That's the best right there. That's the best. I don't care what any bag says there, you know, Miracle Grow says they got the best. Listen to me. Bullshit. Mother Nature's got the best, okay? Mother Nature out there has got the best, and there it is right there. You just got to know how to do it, that's all. And, you know, people were doing it for a long, long time until they started buying it in stores. So let's get back to that, you know. It's about time, don't you think? Let the rich people find some other way to make money. You know, us poor people got to live, and we're tired of living at the mercy of the rich. So it's time for us to get back to the way things are supposed to be. You know, let the rich worry about their money some other way.